Bro, I've ate an omelet every day over the past like 4 weeks.
Omelets are fire, dude.
Anyways, just show you this. But this collar's sick. It's like some fucking vamp shit. I don't know.
Yeah, what inspired this one?
This collar. I literally stole it off a fucking jacket. Super nice collar, actually. Never fucking, because obviously you can do like a full zip, but I don't know. I like how you can kind of like fold it down, and it's more of like a, I don't know what the word is, like a gentleman vibe. I don't know what the fucking word is. Clean, like a fucking, yeah, classy. That's the word. I did the tote bag like a minute ago, but fucking Bishop had the idea of doing like a zipper cover. Just because like obviously most tote bags, it's literally just fabric and straps, but I wanted like a tote bag that's a little bit more like luxury vibe or whatever. It's got the logo in there, nylon. So it's like waterproof and easy to clean. Because this is like something I would use for like groceries and shit. So I can put my cards in here. Obviously groceries in the middle. Like I said, nylon, so it's like easy as fuck to clean because when you're getting groceries and shit, just in case you like spill or whatever. And honestly, I would use this more than like a duffel bag or a backpack like any day. Just because obviously like the tote bag, it's so like universal. Wear it like this, carry it. This is some old 2M. This is the OG fucking paint wash. This is like fucking 2-3 years old. Yeah, this shit's like 2-3 years old. You can see from this old ass patch. You can even see the sewing. Like what the fuck is half this shit? Just fucking nasty. Because I used to fucking do it like this and then I painted fully over them. This color is actually still like pretty underrated. Like, yeah, just sewing wise, you can see the waistband's all fucked. And then I'm gonna grab one of my other pairs and show you now. Just fucking quality on them is way fucking better. All the seam work and everything. Obviously there's a few loose threads, you gotta do some quality control, but I want to keep shit like handmade in Canada just because, like I said, it's impossible to find people to like match the quality. And especially I can't get that kind of control that I do like over the washes and shit. Like I literally sent them like patches individually from like step 1 to like step 9 or whatever it was. And they still couldn't get this shit right, even though I like broke it down to a T. So it's just like, that's why I keep shit handmade. And people always ask me like, oh, well, why don't you manufacture this, that, and the third? Well, it's like, people can't manufacture this shit. And I know it's not like nothing like crazy, but it still can't be duplicated or replicated the way I want it to, so it's kind of annoying. And I would rather fucking sacrifice my time to have shit that I actually like versus fucking, you know, motherfuckers making some bullshit overseas. So. You know what I'm saying? I'm like an FBI agent now. That's why in that reel I put the fucking James Bond ass music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's like a detective jacket.
Yeah. This jacket's slept on. It doesn't even need paint.
Let me get a full shot.
Yeah, this shit don't even need paint. Like it does its thing. But that's why I said it needs like gray stitching or some shit. Because obviously there's like these seams on it. There's the back seams. But it's kind of hard to see when, you know, you use black stitching. But the collar, like the shape of the jacket carries, and I don't really need to like paint it or anything. That's the thing too, I've been trying to like separate fucking, you know, using paint and not using paint, and then like not overusing paint, because I don't want everyone to think that like all my pieces are painted and like if it's not painted, it's not 2 a.m. Because I just don't want to be restricted to that. Even like lately, I've been wanting to make shit that's more like everyday and like focus on the seam work or whatever. I have this, which is like a slimmer fit. Obviously it's hard to see when it's just like muslin. And then fucking like a baggier, almost like balloonish. Yeah, these are the ones you're wearing. This is more like sought after this. I don't know if I want to fucking, that's where I'm like stuck right now. Cause I like the baggy. It's like feels like swag, you know what I'm saying? But it's a little less classy. But this shit is like, a slimmer cut is just, it is classy, and it can still be like swaggy. But what do I feel more comfortable in is the question. That's kind of just some of the shit you get caught up in when you're like constantly scrolling on social media. And that's the thing too, like, I used to be really active on social media, sharing, commenting, liking everybody's shit. But it's like recently I haven't been on there at all. And I don't want people to think that it's like I don't fuck them or whatever. It's just that like social media is poison, and it's poison to my fucking brain. And like when I'm too caught up in that shit and overstimulated, I can't think for myself. And I think that's like the most important part. So I'm not trying to be over influenced by everything I see on there. And then I'm so stressed out I can't even think about my own ideas. So, and I think a lot of people don't even realize like that's affecting them. And they're just constantly scrolling on social media, like overstimulated by this shit. And you know, that's like happening to people's brains and they don't even fucking realize it. And you don't realize until you like actually take a step back and like delete Instagram off your phone. And then you realize you go like check Instagram, it's not even on your fucking phone. Like that's how addicted motherfuckers really are. And like, I don't think people realize that. But that's why I'm trying to like stay off social media, just because, like I said, it's like poison your fucking brain. And I can't think of my own fucking ideas. It's got me thinking like, you know, someone's doing better than me just because they're posting, you know, people are posting a completed piece every fucking slide you scroll, and it just stresses a motherfucker out, man. Because it's like, we only got two hands. You only see people's finished product. You don't see all this shit that goes into it, testing out what fits you want, fucking wear testing that shit. If you're ever stuck, like just go do something, or actually go learn how to do it, because between those like trial and errors and shit, that's when you're actually gonna, you know, find new ideas, or new ideas are gonna come to you, instead of like sitting there trying to figure it all out in your head and overthinking and thinking about shit that doesn't even matter in the first place. It only matters until you start to actually go do it, put your hands on paper, and then issues arise, and then you can combat them. But like stressing out in your fucking mind if something's gonna work or not is like literally pointless, and it's a waste of energy. Like fuck that. Okay, I'll quit yapping and fucking make some shit here. This is a fucked ass mirror, but this is the type of shit I'd be like trying my clothes out in. I don't even have a couch in this bitch. When I moved into this shit, I literally said like, I don't want a couch. You know why? Because I'm gonna sit down. The only time I need to be sitting down is when I go to bed, like straight up. And like, I just wanna like live in the fucking studio. But like anybody who knows, who makes clothes, like, or just, you know, work-life balance, or you work out of your apartment, working where you sleep and eat and all that shit can be like, it's not an easy balance between eating healthy, getting all your work done, you know, other shit you have to do to make money, fucking making the food, and taking care of yourself. It's a hard balance to fucking get right and figure out. And like, if you're pouring too much into one side, you might be lacking it on the other side. So it's just, the balance part's difficult. Something slimmer, which I think a slim fit is like perfect, because it's not only, like I said, is it something that I like a lot, something that's like universal. And I think that's like the most important part, because like my brand is super like novelty item type shit, and I want more people to be in my clothes. And yeah, I don't know, I just want to make, 2 AM has always been about making like elevated basics, even though I like, this is like considered basic to me, but you know, I walk outside and people are fucking looking at me like I'm crazy sometimes. But I'm just trying to find that perfect balance. And I think every time I make something, I'm always trying to like walk the line between like exotic, if that's the right word, and then like something that's like everyday still, which is like very difficult to do. Like, I need to do this because, yeah, so 9.5. So this will be about like a fucking 10-inch leg opening. Which maybe I should just try these on quick. See, this is like a true like slim fit, like a slim straight. If it was a little bit bigger, it wouldn't have like stress going over the fucking leg, over the boots. Like literally, like that's why I wanted like an in-between, so I could see. But like, it's kind of hard to see when I'm wearing fucking muslin too. But I feel like this is a really fucking, like this is like a really everyday fit. But that's why I'm gonna make like one more that's like the tiniest bit more baggy, which, oh shit, which honestly that might work, what I did with this. Bro, I already need another one, that's fucked. Like it just looks so good. It's a little bit more put together than something like this. Which I mean, this is still sick. That's why I'm like conflicted. Because I like, that's like my baggy cut, kind of like the one you're wearing. And they look super good when they're like tucked into boots and shit. But then like I said, like, that's more of like a like swag than classy. Where it's like, this is a little bit more put together. And then I'm asking myself, like, what do I feel more comfortable in? That's why I think I'm gonna try to find a middle ground between these and those with this V2 cut here. And then I can really pinpoint what the fuck I wanna do. But yeah, I wanted to start doing videos like these because fucking, like, it's just something that's a little bit more put together than like me sitting there yapping on a fucking reel with some shit that's not even like what I really want to do. But I also do understand too that like the personal aspect of like a brand, and if I do have like the opportunity to like get on camera and like talk to motherfuckers about like what I'm doing and like what I think it's important. But it's just like how I want to go about that. And I don't really want to fucking, like I said, I don't really like getting up there in front of my camera and yapping on CapCut. It's not that it feels like, I don't want to say like low quality or low effort, but it's just like, you know, there's people like, obviously you, John, fucking, that can help me make it a little bit more like polished and more like in depth rather than like this performative ass reel. Because that's all it is, it's performative. Like the reels are cool, but it's definitely not my favorite way to display a piece. I like photos. I grew up on the photo era. Instagram, because all it was photos growing up. So it's like giving them a look into my process, you know, it's very like untraditional, but it's like I still get shit done, you know what I mean? I still make like good quality clothes, because that's the thing, you don't need like professional teaching, none of that shit. You just need to get out there and actually do it.
What's like one of the best pieces of advice you've gotten since you started?
Fuck, I gotta think about this one. Overthinking is like the #1 killer of like fucking dreams, and it just makes you procrastinate even more. So that, like I said, that's why I just urge people to be fucking hands-on, go out there and actually try shit, because you don't know how something's gonna react until you fucking, you know, give action, and then you can get a reaction and fucking learn from it. I started 2 AM studios with like skinny jeans. I'm low-key like always the type of guy that's late to trends, and then I like finally buy into it. Like kind of that's what I did with the baggy. I like told people I was never gonna wear baggy jeans. I hated all the hate that skinny jeans got. I was like limiting myself, saying like, oh, I'll never wear baggy jeans. Like I'm always gonna wear skinny, because like people started to hate on skinny jeans. And then as you know, like I said, late to the fucking trend, then I was out there wearing baggy for like a 1.5 years straight, which is like, it's cool, but I don't think you should limit yourself to like one thing at all, ever. What I feel, I want to wear what I feel and make what I feel like comfortable in. Because like I said, it looks cool in a photo, but it's like, how do I feel when I'm like walking around? And I think that's the most important part, because that's where like your confidence comes from, is like wearing something that makes you feel good. And I think that's what I get from this slim cut, because it's like similar to like what I'm wearing right now. I literally will tuck my flares in just because I'm so sick and tired of flares. And this kind of gives it that like slimmer feel. Because I don't know if I'm like ready to go back all the way skinny yet, but I like a good in between. But like I said, that's why I'm doing these samples, so I can see what I like the most. Because like I said, I want to cover as much base as I can. I know it's good to like dial in your target market, your target customer, but with a shape like this, it's something that I can hit both angles, from like the Atlanta fucking streetwear motherfuckers to, you know, a fucking heady boy in fucking New York or whatever the fuck they be on. But yeah, I don't know, like I said, like I really want to focus on like the shape, the more like technical aspect of things. And it's also hard to balance, because it's like, I think people like a lot of my like one-on-one shit, but it's like really hard to scale doing that. And it's like, yeah, I can get like some consistent money coming in or whatever, but I'm always like chasing the ball when I'm doing one-on-ones and shit, because for the most part, I can't replicate them unless I like, you know, do a full size grade. Like I said, I feel like disconnected from my audience sometimes, which is like something I don't want it to be. I want people to like know that I actually exist, and there's a person behind this shit. And it's like damn near every day when I'm not doing something else, like this is what I'm doing. And I want people to know that like I actually genuinely care about this shit and the stuff I'm doing and the things I talk about. And I know like maybe not every piece will be absolutely perfect, but that's what I'm striving for. And that's why I think like just taking the time to step back and do shit properly, learn garment construction to the fucking T, it'll all be fucking worth it. Because I just don't get like fulfillment when I'm not like making the samples or doing the designing. Like I understand like being able to like, you know, draw on your iPad and like, you know, create clothes there through Illustrator or whatever. But it's like I need to be like busy. And I used to do that like in 2020 or 2019 or whatever. when I was like first started sampling clothes. It was like right around the start of COVID, before I even lived in Vancouver. And it's just like I had all this time on my hands, and it's like I want to actually learn the fucking process of what goes into making clothes. And it's given me like such a different appreciation for shit that I try to like share with others, because it's like even you guys see like all the shit I'm doing right now just to test out and see what fit I even like. And then all the shit that even goes into making the pattern in the first place is like a whole other extra step that like people don't realize. And then it's like super fucked to think about when there are like people overseas getting paid like mid-ass fucking wages to do all this shit. It's just kind of crazy to me, because it's not much, like yeah, I might not be fucking welding or whatever, but it's still a lot of pretentious fucking work that has to be done like right. And if there's any form or shape of like lacking or like not being conscious within what you're doing, it shows in your pieces, you know? Like if you don't do the waistband properly, if you don't do the belt loops properly, whatever it is, like that's gonna fucking show. If you don't do your pattern work correctly, you're gonna feel it in the fit. Like there's always different things that have to be like in check. And like I said, conscious of what you're doing, because if you're not, that's when the mistakes show. See, realistically, this didn't take too much time, but as you can see, even just from like a little bit of that, like I got random paper and shit. I'll fucking probably reuse some of this. I'm trying to get better at like waste and shit, but I like to be efficient too. Is it hot in here, or is that just me?
A little bit.
Yeah, I should show motherfuckers this hat. This shit is fucking fire though. They think this is slept on. Because I see people doing like custom MLB hats and all that shit, and I wanted to do my own. Obviously this isn't like perfect, but I think the back is like sick. This is like literally croc, like it's like embossed. See, but it's like croc, it's embossed. But yeah, this jacket, I'm gonna do Sherpa right here. And I'm gonna do Sherpa like on the under part of this. So it'll look cool, because like the Sherpa will be like showing like slightly. And then the Sherpa on here will actually like serve its purpose, because then you're wearing it. You're wearing it with the Sherpa, it'll be like right along your fucking, the back of your neck and shit. And it'll be perfect for like cold weather. And this is bold denim too, so it already has like a tighter weave. So when you're like out in the wind and shit, it actually works like really well as like wind resistance, just because of how like compared to regular denim, it's just got that tighter weave. So it's a good outside jacket. Machine sounds like fucking crickets. I need to clean it. Got the fucking Cal Streets LCD, shout out to the guys. But, and that's what I wanted to say too, is like, I think a lot of people that like design clothes get like decision paralysis or however the fuck you say that fucking word. But I think that's why it's important. Like, I think Virgil fucking said it, was one of the guys that said it. He's like, if you're not working on like 5 things at once, then you're not working on anything at all. And like, that's facts. And like, I used to be like with clothes, like I hated like starting a project and then like starting something else and then coming back to it. But like I said, shit takes time, and it's important to have patience and not like rush every single piece. And also work on like multiple things at once. Like, not only am I working on like this shit right now, I do have that jacket I was just talking about. I'm working on like that tote bag right now, you know, working on orders and shit. So it's just about like I was talking about with like, you know, work, life, friendship balance, all that other shit. It's important just to, actually I don't even need to do this. That balance is like important. And like I said, like, yeah, it's kind of difficult because I feel for the people that like said like, oh, I can only work on one thing at a time. And I get that, but like I really understand like what Virgil's saying too, with like, you know, doing multiple things at once, because then you're not really doing anything at all when you're working on one thing. It's important to be like efficient. And yeah, it might seem to make sense to do one thing at once, but that's why it's important to have like a fucking whiteboard and have sticky notes, write down notes. Don't keep it all in your fucking head. Like, I'll literally write notes and like hang it with my pattern, just so when I go back to it, I can refresh myself on what I need to fix or whatever. But yeah, no, I think that's like one of the most difficult things too, is like, I'm addicted to this shit. I'm addicted to like work. I'm addicted to fucking furthering this, and even just like myself. I'm not in like the best shape right now, but it's like, you know, I'm working on eating healthier. Because that's the thing too, like when you're doing all your work, it's like you need to have like as much energy as possible. And if you're eating bullshit food, like yeah, it's okay to have like whatever every once in a while, but like I've said, balance. But I already know it's messy in here. I don't need to be fucking reminded that it's messy, but this is the type of shit I be talking about, like living where you fucking work. It's fucked, man. That's why I can't wait till I have like a fucking big ass fucking warehouse and shit, or a fucking actual design studio that I can come to my fucking home and sit on a couch that doesn't exist. People romanticize this shit online with like any type of entrepreneurship, and it's like, I don't want to be that guy, but at the same time, it's like, it's a lifestyle I really fucking live, and that's why like I was preaching the balance shit, all the other stuff, because it's important. But it's also very, very difficult, you know? It's like, my homies want me to come outside, but it's like I'm so submerged and locked in what I'm doing. It's hard for me to find that balance sometimes. Difficult too, because you know, not all the homies may necessarily understand it, like, and they can say they do, but which kind of makes me feel bad sometimes, because like I said, it's just I'm trying to have that balance for everybody, and relationships are important, but it's like my work's important too. I understand it's important to have like fun and all other shit, but it's like there's a time and a place for it. It's not like we do bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we might, you know, go out to the fucking bar or whatever, but at the end of the day, all of us are doing shit, so shout out ODE and shit, because we really be doing it. But yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna keep doing like more one-on-ones, limited drops and shit, until I can continue to like build like a following and a base and like a core group of people that fuck with me. And that's why I'm like kind of here doing the extra miles and shit and putting in the extra work. So I can actually like make clothes that people are happy with, and I don't want to make some shit. I don't want someone to spend like $200-300 on a pair of jeans with me and be like upset. That's like the last thing I want. I remember like, and I know a lot of people won't admit shit like this, but like probably like 2 years ago when I first started selling the paint washes, and this is why experience is important, because you can do all the shit you want, but until you actually go start testing samples. I fucking did a paint wash on these like raw denim, and this guy fucking wore it with like a white sole, and the dye from the denim wore off a bit and got on his Rick laces, bro, and I felt like shit. And obviously that's something I didn't know. Yeah, obviously I know like raw denim leaks or whatever, but not everyone knows that. Now I know to never ever use fucking raw denim again for that fucking reason. I literally ordered, bro, like a fresh pair of fucking Rick laces to his crib, and that was damn near like all my profit on those jeans. And that's another thing too, it's like I want my sewing and everything to be like top tier, so it's like if I am selling you a pair of jeans for $300, you know, you're not getting skimmed, you're getting like a product from a person that actually like takes the time to do all the shit that you see me doing right now. And it's like Levi's, like all these companies that people buy from, or like even some of these like massive, bigger Instagram brands, it's like they're working with teams with people that have like worked their entire lives on like, you know, pattern work or grading or design or whatever the fuck it may be. And like I said, it's like someone like me, I'm learning all this shit as I go and all by myself at the same fucking time. Like I said, while I'm shipping shit, while I'm fucking thinking of new designs, all this other shit. But it's also like I also want to do that, or be like knowledgeable of everything I'm doing, from shipping to the fucking design work, because it's like when I do have people working for me and shit, I don't want to not even know the difference between fucking, you know, random shit like a flat felled seam or something like that. I want to know every aspect of shit. Okay. So these are literally like slightly more straight-legged. I think this is 11. Yeah, 11. So this might be the perfect in between. You have to try them on to see. So this is more on like, they're like a tiny bit more straight-legged. Just I want like a nice balance between like slim and straight. I know people might be looking at this thinking this isn't fucking slim, but it's definitely slim to me. I might go to 11, like same as these guys, but I don't know.
So where are we going now?
Get some lining for that jacket I was talking about. I should have grabbed it yesterday, but I forgot. That's why it's important to like write everything down too. Usually I'm just buying like denim, but now since there's like jackets and shit, I gotta get the ribbing, the lining, the batting. It's like so much extra shit that goes into it. Even like this jacket I'm doing right now is gonna be like pretty expensive because you'd think that like repurposing clothes and shit, like going to Value Village is, you know, like saving bread, but each pair of shorts is like fucking 12 to 15 bucks. And then I have like 8 pairs, so it's gonna be like a fucking, cost like 120, 30 bucks just to make the jacket, which is kind of fucked, but.
Here we are.
These guys are the goats. Bro, I've been in here for like the last fucking 3 times this week.
So what are you looking for exactly?
Just a lining for this jacket. I like this place because the lining's a good price. I literally just need black lining though. Nothing crazy. Like, so we got a lot of good denim here too. We're 2 yards, 2.5, I guess.
Yeah.